Yeah, and here we are with the one and only Mr. Bib Fortuna, Michael Carter.
Hello.
If you're looking at this iconic character, so what did you think? Maybe nearly more than 35 years after it.
Well, I didn't think I'd be 35 years afterwards. I'd be sitting in a hall in Germany signing autographs. I really didn't. I mean, it was just I was quite busy as an actor in those days, and it was really just another job, a very strange one. And also, the thing is that in those days, some of us kind of had missed the Star Wars thing, and it passed us by, because I used to work a lot in the theatre. And if you worked in the theatre, we'd rehearse during the day, rehearse at night. You'd never see movies, you'd never see films, you'd never go to the cinema. And if you missed them in the cinema, you'd miss them. So the whole Star Wars thing kind of passed me by. I'd seen Empire, because I worked with C-3PO on stage, so I've gone to see it specifically. So I wasn't really aware of the kind of scale of the whole Star Wars phenomenon when I did the job. So there we go.
And do you remember maybe some funny memories from the set? Maybe you had some weird moments, some crazy things because of all the prosthetics?
They were all a bit weird if you dressed the way I was when you were on a set where people were dressed up as monsters all the time. It was a slightly surreal way of making a living. But I remember one scene in particular where it didn't make it to the final cut. Mark Hamill and I had to walk down that long corridor at the beginning where we come in. I made a long conversation together. And it was in Huttese, which is this nonsense language. So you learn the Huttese. You can remember that, you remember your own lines. But you can't remember what the other actor's going to say. It's just impossible for me to get into my head. It was impossible for him to get it into his head what I was going to say. So you miss the cues, which is when the other actor stops talking and you come in. Couldn't remember the cues. So we kept making a mess of it. Did it again and again and again. I remember on one occasion I was walking down the corridor with him, and he was talking away in Huttese, talking nonsense. And then he stopped, and I panicked. I thought it was my line, so I turned around, and instead of panic, I shouted my line at him, and my false teeth flew out and hit him in the face. So that was cut. That was out of the film, obviously. They just cut the scene there. They gave up shooting. We shot something else instead.
Great story. You have maybe more funny things?
Many, one or two I couldn't possibly tell in public. They were just fun. I mean, one of the oddest things for me is watching Jabba the Hutt, this huge monster, swaying away with the arm and the eyes and everything, you know, and we're filming, and he's Jabba the Hutt. But Jabba's voice was going to be cued on afterwards, dubbed on afterwards. So his lines were read by a very young girl stage manager off stage. So you'd have this big monster, you know, doing all this stuff. And then you'd hear that little voice saying, "It's an old Jedi mind trick." And it was just silly, just completely stupid. And also the other thing is, whenever there was a break, they let all the guys who were in Jabba the Hutt out. There were 4 of them inside Jabba the Hutt. And Jabba would deflate like a balloon. He'd just go, and he'd just be this pile of rubber on the floor. That was a great Jabba. They'd go off, they'd have some tea, some coffee, whatever, and they'd come back and build them up again. It's like being a big kid in a big nursery. Yeah. A good time, good memories.
Cool. And my last question, do you have maybe get something from the sets or steal some things?
Well, no, I didn't. I mean, I wanted to, I wore these red haptic lenses, which were terrible to wear. They didn't fit, they were made in a hurry. And I wanted to keep them. I had an optician with me the whole time. It was called Richard Glass, good name for an optician. And on the last day, everything of Bib just disappeared, including the lenses. And the only thing I had was one green fingernail. And years later, I was watching a documentary on the development of spectacles and contact lenses. One of those science documentaries on the BBC, I think. And then suddenly, there's a shot of these red lenses, and I thought, they're mine, they're Bib's. And the person who was showing them said, these are very, very famous. They come from a character called Bib Fortuna in a film called RETURN of the Jedi. and they're the property of a Mr. Richard Glass. So he had stolen, the optician, Richard had stolen the swine, and he's still got them. He's got them in a little display basket. So good luck to him. That was it. I didn't get anything.
Great. Thank you so much for the great stories.
Thank you. Yeah.